So in the last episode, my assistant manager has said that Zdravkovic is better than Haaland. And as we've proven to you that episode, that is simply not the case. I mean, just look at them. The comparison is not there at all. However, when you look at the goals per game played, looking at Zdravkovic over here, you see he's had 9 games. He scored 9 goals. However, if you compare Erling Haaland, his stats are only 5 goals in 9 games. Well, what can I say? I have indeed found a striker that is better than Haaland. Hi guys, MrSpaceman reporting for duty and welcome back to me being absolutely insane and definitely not trying to clickbait the hell out of this episode. How are you guys doing? You doing good? By the way, quick reminder before we start this episode, I have started my Discord channel. So go down in the comments below, look it down, look it up, and you can be added to the group. That's awesome. Great idea. Join, let's have a fun chat, especially since Euros are going so great, especially for the Serbian national team. Anyways, for today's episode, we are taking on Inter Milan, then we're taking on AC Milan, and then finally, we are taking on Voždovac, and not Vozvodac like I said, it's Voždovac. Please, I just learned Popovic's name, Mattia, by the way, sold him, and now I'm doing the same thing with Voždovac. Anyways, these are the 3 games for you guys today, and whilst we're on the screen, we might as well tell you what has happened since the last game. Well, what happened last game? We have taken on Barcelona, and Crvena Zvezda in that game, obviously. The game after that, it was a nice win, 4-0 against Čukarički, Prodanovic, Kim Jong-chol, and Marian Pintil on the score sheet. Yeah, not bad. I think the guys are doing good, especially Kim Jong-chol, who's coming off the bench quite well, and also starting quite well. Maybe he's fighting for the spot with Estaval, who knows? Next game was against Novi Pazar, with goals from Rodallega, Matias Villagra, and the guy who is better than Haaland is Uros Zdravkovic on the score sheet once again. This guy is good, and the fact that we don't have a striker potentially means that I might have to play him today at some point. Maybe not, we'll see depending on what happens, but hey-oh, he's doing so well so far, so maybe it's not a bad idea. Although, in the first game that Dusan Milovanovic came back from his injury, he scored a hat-trick. I love the man. I absolutely love the man. Next up, Lask Lille was an easy game. Once again, Zdravkovic on the score sheet, but Milovanovic also did not want to let me down. 4 goals. Milovanovic, Villagra, Sasa Saranic, and Uros Zdravkovic on the score sheet. And somehow, Hudikov was one of the better players with an 8.0 rating. I have no idea how that happened. And in the final game against Vojvodina, 1-0, and who else but Uros Zdravkovic is on the score sheet. I love the guy, he's absolutely incredible, and like I said before, look, it does not matter what you scouts say. Sometimes you just look at a player and you go, I think he can do some great things for me, and looking at the form in the last 20 matches, this is a very nice looking, I love the screen, I love the skin, it's so good, but yeah, there's a lot of green things, and there's even a 10.0 rating. This guy is absolutely insane. However, for this game, I don't think he's going to start, at least not yet. This is going to be our starting lineup for today's game. We're going to have Hudikov in goal, Aït-Nouri on the left-hand side, Gilson, Zabarni, Voith, look at that, beautiful back 4, Teklak in the back 2, because what's his face? Eric Martel is a bit injured. Tim is going to be the deep-lying playmaker because he's done so well last time in the game against Barcelona. Prodanovic, Dean's up front, and all the way up front is Milovanovic and Viveiros, who have both been doing quite well. Although, if you sort by goals, you will see that Zdravkovic is our top scorer at the club. No idea. Although Saldania is there as well, and Estaval. So potentially, Viveiros is not doing as well as he could be. So maybe it's time for me to think about doing other things at some point. But we'll see how it goes. Look at this beautiful, beautiful stadium. I love it. You love it. We all freaking love it. And if you actually do, smash that like button. And like I said, go to my Discord channel. Hopefully I have a link down there. If I forgot, please tell me in the comments that I have forgot and I will add it as, a pinned article. In terms of Inter, who are part of the team that has done so well with Italy this Euros, they have Barella. And I think that was pretty much it. So we're going to see who the hell actually plays for them later. And hopefully Inter today plays exactly the same way as, well, Italy has played in the Euros this year. We have a corner. Oh my god, first chance, 8th minute. Cross comes in. Tim does not win it because this time Barco is not starting. Viveiros finds Teklak, finds Aït-Nouri, who is playing today, by the way, because I want to give this guy more chances. He costs too much for me not to play him. And I do want him to kind of pay me back for the awful loss against Barcelona, but he's probably not starting a cup final unless he delivers over the course of the season. And if he does that again, he plays super well and gets us knocked out. I will probably cry. Anyways, let's move on. Gilson on the ball. Teklak. Beautiful touch. That's his 70,000 technique showing. Nuri. Lots of spice on the ball, mate. Lots of time and space. And unfortunately, he decided to go for a shot instead of squaring the ball. I don't know. Sometimes he does this kind of things and I just want to strangle him. But it's okay. He's a complete wingback on attack. And the complete stands for complete idiot. Vivieros finds Nuri, who finds Tim. Is better. Nuri, are you going to shoot from here again, mate? He's going to square it. He's going to square it. Or he's going to get a penalty. No. This was a highlight. I love FM. We are continuing, however. The ball's gone out again. The key highlights are on. The highlights are... The game is weird. It knows we have 3 games to show you today, so it's showing me everything as Nuri puts a cross into Lachlan Deans, who just misses it. And finally, is that it? Are we going to have another highlight? What's going on? No? No plan ever survives the first engagement. And my plan to give Nuri some game time has resulted in Barco playing anyways, which is funny. Yeah, he's got a lower leg injury. At least I don't have to worry about playing both of them and sharing game time for a bit. I hope it's not like a broken leg. Well, Barco, show me what you can do. I mean, Nuri had 1 chance, or maybe 2 chances, and I shouted at him already. What can you do? You can go all the way across to the right-hand side, which is, again, a choice. Foyth. Lots of time on the ball. They're not pressuring him. What's his 11 crossing can do? Find Vivieros, who finds Foyth, who finds Bordanovic, who's going to win the header. Meslier is going to collect, and that was, again, not the most exciting play by any stretch of the imagination. Meslier is going to lock the ball up the pitch, but Gilson's going to collect. Bordanovic does not get to it. Barella, Lang, there's a lot of excitement going on all the way around, and hopefully this just doesn't mean that we're going to get countered, because so far in the first 17th minute, we have been hogging all the interesting chances. As Thuram finds himself on the ball, he's going to cut in, he's going to shoot, and of course, against the run of play, their first shot on target, and probably their first chance, is 100% goal. And Hudikov is also potentially on the chopping board for me, because I'm thinking that's the last role I need to update. He's good, but he's not world class. Is that what's going to cost me the Champions League run this year? Because that seemed to be quite an easy chance in my opinion. What do you think? Okay, Barco, show me what you've got. Run all the way. Be better than Nuri. Keep running. He takes on 2 players, finds Bordanovic in lots of space, who's having a bad game, although he steals the ball back, finds Barco, finds Tim, who finds the back of the advertising board, and that's a chance. We're finally waking up, although I can see for a fact that Lachlan Deans and Bordanovic are playing very, very badly. I mean, we do need halftime to come because lots of changes are going to come through. I am not happy with Bordanovic. I am not happy with Lachlan Deans. And I'm not happy with Dusan and Viviera. So what the hell are we going to do? Well, first of all, we're going to tell them off because they're all absolutely bad. This is awful. I don't want this. This is probably the worst game I think my team has played this season because so far in the Champions League, we've been amazing. What is going on? Well, I think, as we've done before, we're going to take players off at halftime. I think Bordanovic is going to go off and I'm going to put on Estevao. I'm going to keep on Deans. I'm going to keep on Milovanovic and Vivieros because I know they can play themselves in. But one sub will be enough to show to everyone, like, look, if you play shit, you'll be taken off. And unfortunately, Bordanovic is the player to do so because I think he's also the youngest player, which is, I guess, bullying on my part. But hey, we're losing 1-0 to Inter. Let's go on, what's it called? Attacking. Let's push on. We're at home, but we're not playing like we're at home. So we need to keep pushing all the way and try to secure a win. But the question remains, how long before I make the sub to our strikers up front? I trust them. They've done well. Can they repay my faith? So far, no. The ball comes in, finds Foyth on the right-hand side. Let's say that was planned. Lachlan Deans. Ooh, that looked like it was in on my screen. But obviously, it wasn't because I'm absolutely crazy. They had a 0.7 XG chance. So we're now in the 69th minute, and I'm thinking it's time for us to make the subs that I want to make. Zdravkovic is going to come on. I am also going to switch off Vivieros and put Estevao up there. And finally, I'm going to throw on Sasa Serenic, just hopefully give us a little bit more legs up front. Do I risk any more players? That's actually a good question. I'm going to put on Martinelli instead of Foyth just to give us a little bit of legs on the right-hand side as well. And Martinelli is a bit more attacking minded. So maybe I'll stick him on complete forward on attack as well. Maybe support. Complete forward on support because he's good, but he's not as fast as Barco. Let's do this. I think this will be enough. We need to play for basically for a win at this rate. 1-0. We haven't made any chances and the game sucks, which is the most important disappointment. Okay, once again, these changes have done absolutely nothing. We're going to push our players up and then stick a complete forward here. What else can we do? Well, I don't know, man. At this rate, there's nothing much we can do. Maybe do counter press instead of regroup. That's about the last thing I can do. That's the last change we can probably do. I am very disappointed. We're very attacking. We're pushing till the end, but Inter Milan has parked the bus against us and will now probably secure full points just by a random second goal, which is not good at all. They're also wasting time. Whoever the manager of Inter Milan is, I am not his friend. And apparently they're not a friend of football either. Pellegrini finds Barea, who finds himself in a bit of space. Is he going to curl one in? He will just miss the post. And will we have another chance? Another highlight? It looks like no. And Inter Milan have lucked their way into a win against us. Very disappointing. To be fair, we did not deserve anything because Milovanovic and Viveiros played probably the worst game ever, and I am extremely unhappy. As you can see here, number 65 is Milovanovic, and he was completely isolated from anything. I think Viveiros got to play a bit. Milovanovic did not, but that's unfortunate. It's our first loss in the Champions League this year. Can we see any other cool analysis? Yeah, I mean, as you can see, we were dominating them the whole game. We just couldn't score. Meslier, of course, gets man of the match, but they definitely parked the bus on this one. I mean, in a funny way, I can technically blame this on Ait-Nouri because he got injured in the 15th minute and made me change all my tactical plans. But yeah, we are made to rue missed chances. It was a good game in terms of chances, but unfortunately we just could not put anything away. And the early flurry of activity of absolute messiness when we just had throw-in after throw-in did not pay out. Right, well, we have a few games to kind of get back our scoring thing. We have an India game, we have the Železničar game, we have a Serbian Cup second round, we have a Sparta game to play, and then we have a double against Milan and Voždovac. So don't go anywhere. I will see you for those two games. We're playing two teams in red and white. Voždovac. It's called Voždovac. Did I say that correctly or did I say Voždovac? I don't even know. I think I'm going insane. Alright, so we managed to beat AC Milan 2-1 today, and it was an absolutely amazing game. Oh, wait, did you not see it? Ah, it's okay, it's fine, it was just a friendly, I'm a jokester, ha ha ha. So anyways, we played a friendly against AC Milan 2-1, basically for the purposes of making some money, which is absolutely important at our stage, because we are super broke, and we have no money in the bank account. So let's continue before anyone notices, especially the taxman. But yeah, so we managed to beat them 2-1, and hopefully that's a good kind of way to prepare for the game today. Next up, we managed to beat Železničar 4-0 with goals from Estevao, Saldania, Sastaranic, and once again, Uros Zdravkovic, because who else? Next game, 4-0 once again against Radnik, Saldania with a double, Martinelli with a double, absolutely incredible. And finally, the game against Spartak 4-2, 4 goals in a row. That's really, really cool. Well, 4 goals 3 times in a row. Yes, that makes sense. Rodlega, Saldania, Estevao, and finally Juan David Viveiros on the score sheet. Cool. The good news is that Ait-Nouri got a hat-trick of assists that game. Can I see it? Can you see it? You will be able to. Look at that. 3 assists. Absolutely incredible. So he's doing quite well. The only downside of the whole thing that's happened is that now the India game was postponed due to a waterlogged pitch, which means that the Voždovac game is no longer the next game. So what I'm going to do actually is the next game, I'm going to play India and I'm going to play Voždovac. And then what I'm going to do is probably give you a game against Bayer and Salzburg in the next week. Or should I do it on Friday? You know what? I'm going to do it on Friday. Let's do it so. Let's play India Voždovac on Thursday and then Bayer 04 and Salzburg on Friday. That's exciting. 3 episodes this week, you know, just to make it, because, you know, we were going to play 3 games. Now we played 2. Anyways, so we're taking on AC Milan today, and historically we have been better than them. The only downside is that there are some players obviously injured. So Stamenic, Tim are injured. Mikovic is suspended from what? I'm not really sure. Probably got a yellow in the U19 games. But also Milinkovic wants some game time and Deans wants some game time, which is fair. I'm just rotating the squad a little bit too hard, so they're not getting the game time they want. So the starting lineup is going to be like this. We're going to have Hujdinkov in goal, Barco, Milinkovic, Zabarny, and Gilson in the back four, Teklak and Villagra, because we're still... Where is he? Eric Martel. I'm going to put Eric Martel and Villagra together. Yeah, I think that's going to be a bit better. I like Teklak, but at the same time, you know, I think he's not as good as Martel yet in the defensive-minded plays. Bordanovic and Deans up front with Milovanovic and Estevao, because I am not quite happy with how Juan de Viveiros is performing in terms of his goal-scoring duties, and it's time for me to give you Estevao, who is actually a Serbian international, some game time. That's awesome. He's no longer a foreign player. Unfortunately, he is good enough to play for the Brazilian national team, which kind of sucks because that means he can't play for the Serbian national team, which kind of sucks. He's currently wanted by Milan and Madrid, so maybe it'll be a good way to show him off in front of his potential buyers, which I'm definitely projecting. Okay, AC Milan, have you changed? Well, you've changed your tactic. You're now playing to match me, which is exciting for no one. And they have Diego Jota and they have Konate, who have been trying to sign this year. Konate, that is, not Diego Jota, because he looked like a very good player and a little bit of an upgrade on, if not Milovanovic, definitely Popovic. But instead, we decided to stick with the players that we have. And so far, it's played up good. You know, we have 3 games remaining in the Champions League. We have Milan, which we should be beating, and we have the 2 games against Bayer 04, and we have a game against Salzburg, which we should be beating. So hopefully we can keep our quite nice run of games up, and hopefully we will finish at the highest we've ever finished, if it wasn't for that damn Inter Milan game today. Okay, starting out strong, 9th minute, Barco crosses, Milovanovic wins the header, Diego Jota will now counter. And that is something that absolutely terrifies me. He may be an old man, but he's still got pace. And I know for a fact that Konate has pace because that's why I was looking at him. He runs all the way. Yeah, this is the second time something like this has happened where a player just runs through my defense. No one's back to collect. Is it because we don't have a ball-winning midfielder on defensive duties? But like Thuram did just a game before, Konate did the same thing as he ran across and he scored. Did not care about anyone else. So with that in mind, I am going to drop Martel as a ball-winning midfielder on defend, and hopefully that pays off and that's enough. But man, literally the first chance they had, they scored, and they are dominating a little bit. So I might drop my instructions a bit lower and then we'll see what happens. I had to spoil it by saying it's a good chance we start well early. No, we do not. Hujdinkov is playing Manuel Neuer. Okay, Estevao finds Barco on his left-hand side, who will try to make a good pass down the left. Okay, but will not find Milovanovic, who's a little bit... just like Viveiros, I think Milovanovic is in for a quick sub as Fabio Vieira makes a fake run. That was beautiful, and they are countering me hard. Will they have another chance? Theo Hernandez is going to make a beautiful run. Konate, will he out-jump? He will, but Hujdinkov collects it. Oh my goodness, alarm bells are ringing all over the place. What is going on with my team today? I am extremely unhappy. Shout demand more, because we're not going to get shouts anymore, by the way. Remember this. Although, it might have worked, Milovanovic. That's your chance. You have so much space. Why did you slow down? He finds us the... Why did you slow down? Why? Bro. Wow, okay, so yeah, so I don't understand why he slowed down. He had so much pace to burn, and there was no way in hell defenders are gonna get to catch up to him. But unfortunately, this means that we are 1-0 down once again against an Italian team who's just happy to score and happy to not do anything else. I am going to do what I didn't do last time and make all my subs early. I'm going to take off Estevao. I'm going to... Well, Dean, sorry. I'm going to put on Viveiros. There we go. Milovanovic and Viveiros going to be leading the line. Cervenich is going to come off. And Estevao is going to be dropped to a more nicer formation that he knows. I think triple subs is not needed yet. And I didn't realize Villagra is already 5-star deep line playmaking. That's really impressive. But yeah, we're not doing good at all. I'm going to stick Gilson on attack as well. We need to chase the game. It's not going good, but we're doing a double sub straight away. Our attacking midfielders are playing trash. hopefully Saranic and hopefully Viveiros can make a change. Yeah, no, 55th minute, Esteval's just dropped to a 6.3. I'm going to give Saldana a run around. Hopefully he can do a little bit more from that position. Maybe even put Milovanovic down low so he can kind of link up the play. And Villagra is chugging as well, so Teklak is going to come on. That's a lot of subs in the first however minutes of the game. 55 minutes, we already made 4 subs, so hope nothing bad happens because we will be in absolute trouble. Maybe it was a mistake to put the red lights behind me because that probably is going to help AC Milan. We're playing trash today. Today's an awful, awful day. And we've done much better against much better teams before. I don't understand what's going on this time. It really, really bothers me. They are just happy to sit and do nothing as they do get a corner though. And they will have a second goal. And that's it. We went from an incredible run to lose 2-0 in a game where both the Italian teams have parked the bus against me and refused to play football and have been happy to play on counterattacks. And we can't really change anything with the way we play. This is awful. Hudikov has had an awful game. Is it too late to take him off and put Gabriel on? I mean, I don't even know at this rate. Who do we have as players? Saldana is playing bad as well. We have not many options, I think, that we can put on. I don't even know what to do at this rate. I don't really know. I'm probably going to try and risk it all. I'm going to play 3 at the back, if I can. I'm going to stick Milovanovic on the other side. Make him an inside forward. Switch him to with Saldana. Barca will be the winger on attack. And I think that will be it, potentially. Maybe bring Teklak a bit higher and make him an advanced playmaker. We are chasing the game. We're going to lose at this rate regardless. Now the question is, how badly are we going to lose? Think time, think time, think time. I mean, we have some subs. It's just Milovanovic is not good. I'm going to put on Zdravkovic. He's been the guy who's been pulling the strings for me, but as you can hear by my voice, I am, number one, a little bit annoyed. Number two, I don't believe in any form of comeback. We've not played today. Yeah, I've given them shit for not playing today, but yeah, this is a game that I will want to forget, and unfortunately, I think that's it. No one's playing. None of my teammates are trying to. Let's go higher tempo, shorter passing last 4 minutes. Is it going to be anything? We haven't had a single shot in the half. And that's it. With the best team that we've had in a while, we've been beaten by Milan side, who are 4th in the Serie A. And I think that was their weakest side ever. I mean, this is an awful episode. I'm sorry that I made you watch it. I mean, looking at this, if we get 6 points from the next 2 games, we'll still do, quite well. I think we'll be in this zone here. But looking at stages from last year, what did we get? We got 17 points. We were on track to get more because I think Inter Milan and AC Milan at our stage are definitely beatable, especially considering the fact that this tactic has been doing well for us and the fact that, we have probably improved our team from last year. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Technically, if we get 14 points, it should be enough. And we do have 2 weaker sides in Bayer 04, because in this game, they're not the best, and Salzburg to play. But the fact that we started so well, the Olympiacos win, the Juventus win, the Barcelona draw, the Lost Lille destruction, and then 1-0 and 2-0 against 2 Italian teams was frustrating. Yeah, anyways, I hope to see you on Thursday where we do get to watch a non-Champions League game for a change in India and Vozdavac. And then on Friday, you will get to see Bayer and Salzburg. This has been an awful episode. I am sorry. If you do want to have a chat about it, please go down in the comments or go down in the, what's the right word? In the description. There we go. I've been doing this for a long time and I don't know the words. Go down in the description, log into your Discords and add my channel. That way we can talk about all sorts of things, including how awful I am at game management. Yeah. But look, just like in the Euros, some teams have some games that are bad, and then in the end, they push out and do well. So let's hope that that's the case. I hope you guys enjoyed my ramblings, and I'll see you guys in the next game. I don't have anything else better to say. This was a shit day. Bye, guys.